Hello everyone, this is Multi24 Gaming and I am here with Extreme Landings Pro. As you can see, we have our Airbus A340 and we are going to be doing a flight from Quebec to Montreal. And so I'll show you that right here. On the map, we have Canada here above the US, and we've got the two big cities here, Quebec and Montreal. I apologize if I'm pronouncing them wrong, I don't really think I am, but it happens. So as you can see, we're going to set up the aircraft with half fuel, half passengers, half load, which is going to be rather irrelevant because I'm going to be talking to you guys while the plane is refueling anyway, so it'll probably end up at 100% or something like that. As you can see, we've got a grueling 1-knot wind with dense clouds. Just kidding. It's not going to be a very hard flight. However, this one's going to be slightly different because you guys are going to be helping me. So what that means is I've been spending a lot of time researching on how to fly planes properly. Now, if you know me and my channel, I'm not one to fly planes properly. I'm more of one to land a plane at about 240 knots if possible. I'm bound to go about 1.4k knots in the Concorde, way below 10,000 feet. However, for my flight simulator walkthrough videos, which I am going to reboot, new generation flight simulator walkthrough videos, I will be following FAA regulations. I will be flying these planes properly. I've been spending a really long time taking notes and learning about how to properly fly a plane in terms of when to put the landing gear up, when to land, how high to fly, you know, all that stuff. And I'm going to try to do a flight today as close to the proper way as possible. However, before I start my flight simulator walkthrough videos, I want to make sure I'm doing it right. So, all of you really knowledgeable people who are watching this video, even though Extreme Landings Pro is an arcade game, I'm going to be trying to fly it as a simulator today, and fly it properly. However, we're not going to be in the cockpit today. However, for the flight simulator walkthrough videos, I think I will probably stay in the cockpit for the second generation videos that I will make. So, first things first, we got to figure out how high we're going to fly. Now, I know that planes fly, planes fly pressures, air pressures, and not altitudes. But since this is Extreme Landings Pro and we have no air pressures to work with, we will be working with altitude. I apologize, I'm still a little sick. I got that darn lingering cough down there, so I've got some tea next to me and I'll drink some of that, but bear with me through my cough. So, the calculation for how high to fly is basically root distance divided by 2 minus 10 divided by 3 times 1,000. So, we're going to do that calculation together. So you can see we've got 126.5 nautical miles, so 126.5. All right, we're going to divide that by 2, so that gives us 63.25. We're going to subtract 10, that gives us 53.25. And we are going to divide that by 3, which gives us 17.75. Now we're going to multiply that by 1,000, and as you can see, we have 17,750 feet. So I'm going to round that up to 18,000. We're going to fly at 18,000 feet. All right, so now that that is settled, we're going to figure out what time we're going to start descending, because you should always have a flight plan beforehand. So I'm going to write this down quickly to myself, 18,000 feet, and descending, let's see here, we're going to be 18,000 feet in the air, so 18 times 3, it gives us 54, so 54 nautical miles out, we're going to start descending, which seems a little weird because it's probably going to take us about that time to get up there, but we'll work with it. This is a shorter flight than I will do for the flight simulator walkthroughs. I'll probably do longer ones and then cut out the big long middle. We'll see. Anyway, now that we've got that settled, we're going to fire up our engines. This is a bigger plane, so I'm actually going to put flaps down to flaps 1. So we've got that settled. And we are going to turn these engines on. And I'm going to do them one by one because that seems more proper than my customary boom. Okay, so I'm going to turn them on one by one. And I'm going to, do this properly. All right, engines are all on. We're gonna do a little bit of a flight check thingy here, in terms of doop 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 doop. Okay, those work. Doop 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 doop. Okay, those work. Bop 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 bop. Okay, that works. We already put the flaps down, but we might as well do it all the way. Watch those flaps go down. Oh, yes. Now, the gear we can't really test right now. We're just going to sort of hope. All the way down. Okay, we're going to bring them back down to back up to 1. Now, in an Airbus plane, you've got Toga and, what is it, FLX or something? Yeah, FIX. Okay, so Toga and FIX. So we have those both on the throttle right here. Toga's up here, so that stands for take off and go around, and then FLX, I'm not really sure. I think what that does is it gives you sort of, it means you're not stressing the engines as much, but you can still take off with it. So, since we're in an Airbus plane, we get to decide between the two. Boeing only has the Toga. Since Toga stands for takeoff, and well, let's see how long the runway is. If you've got a really long runway, then you should be able to use FLX. But today, I'm going to use Toga just because I don't want to risk it. So again, the biggest point of this video is for you guys to spot mistakes that I make and help me correct them for the next video. So, optimal takeoff speed for an Airbus A340 is 155 knots. So once we get to 155, I'm going to try to lift off. Okay, 155 knots. Come on, up you go. Alright. And we're up 30 feet. Gear's going up immediately. So are the flaps. Beginning to rotate. But as you can see, there's not really much to rotate to. Okay, we're heading the right way. Now we're going to bring the throttle down. Because we cannot pass 250 knots under 10,000 feet. I'm going to set the cruise control for 240 so we don't pass it up. And set the directional 232. And we're going to set the altitude to 18,000 feet because that's where we're going. Now it really does depend on how long it takes to get there. This is a pretty short flight, so there might be a different rule for the whole, a different calculation because, again, if you're 18,000 feet in the air, it means we're gonna like have to descend here. So maybe we'll fly up to 18,000 feet and then come down. It just depends. As you can see, we're slowly climbing up, and we're also heading in the direction that we want to go. So I'm gonna review my notes a little bit. Let's see here. Ascent 1,800 feet per minute is what we should be doing. Since it's on autopilot, I'm assuming that it is automatically doing the ascent angle at the proper angle. So I'm not going to worry about that. Let's see. Flexible, yes. FLX or FIX stands for flexible. So flight level is what you would usually fly, which is air pressures, but we're going to be flying altitudes because there are really no air pressures in this game. Let's see. We can start talking about the landing a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to land at between 125 and 135 knots is optimal landing speed for an Airbus A340. Alright, good deal. So we're going to speed this up and see what happens. Speed time. We're going to watch this thing. As soon as we hit 10,000 feet, we're going to speed this sucker up. Now, I'm going under the assumption that there's no speed limit above 10,000 feet. And I'm going under the assumption that the plane can literally fly as fast as it freaking wants above 10,000 feet without tearing itself apart. I don't know if that's true or not. So, if I'm flying 600 knots at 11,000 feet and that would actually tear the plane apart, definitely let me know. Guys, let me know every little detail that I'm missing, because that's what I need. Alright, 10,000 feet is hit. We're just unlimited. Again, I apologize for the cough. We are going to descend at, what was the number? Darn it. Calculator, come back. 54. 54 nautical miles. 54 nautical miles out. We'll start the descent. Alright, we're already at 18,000 feet, so we're good. This is at 1. Oopsie. Alright, let's take a moment to regroup. We're almost at 18,000 feet. Alright, so we've hit our cruising altitude, which is good. This is where we want to be for most of the flight, or I guess rather shorter distance of the flight. We're literally going to start descending at 54 nautical miles. As you can see, we're fast approaching it. We're going cruising speed for the Airbus A340, which is actually 470 knots, but I think the game only allows us to get up to 441. However, this might be different at a higher altitude. Like, for instance, if we were at 40,000 feet, this thing will probably go a lot faster because there's less air pressure. So, again, let's see. Another thing to note is that the gear goes down at 1,900 feet, all right, or 6 to 10 miles from the runway. Now, I'm not very practiced when it comes to these landings. I'm gonna hit time. We're gonna get to 54 nautical miles, and then we're gonna start descending to 10,000 feet. All right. Yeah, we're approaching it. Better safe than sorry. 10,300 feet. Once we get to about 13,000 feet, we'll set the cruise control again down to 250 knots so we can make sure we're following the rules. So you can see we're decreasing real fast though. But I'm just gonna trust my notes. As you can see, it does seem to be we're doing pretty good here. Alright, 13,000 feet. Alright, I'm going to put the cruise control to 240 knots, or 245, whatever. Now, the throttle literally retards here, which is a little weird, but okay, 245 knots, or whatever. 10,000 feet. Alright, we're going to... Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we got to slow down. Alright, we're under 250 knots. Now we can keep going down. Literally 1,000 feet. It'll take us to one... I'll take over control. I don't know when to take over control, actually. Let me know, guys, when you think I should take over control. We are still going pretty dang fast. Fast approaching the runway. I think we were speeding up time, too, though. Yeah, okay, good deal. Alright, descending. This is looking pretty good to me. 23 nautical miles out, 6,000 feet. I don't know. Something looks a little fishy about this. I mean, it said start descending. Now, I'm assuming the autopilot knows what it's doing. I'm gonna keep it at 3,000 feet. I'm gonna speed up time again. Yeah, my gut. I think I'm trusting my gut too much, and my gut is not what I want to trust. I think I should definitely follow my notes here, because this looks like it's working out good. All right, I'm gonna take over manual control about now. Yeah, okay. We're coming in. Gonna take over control of the aircraft. See, tap the speed brake a little bit. Looks like we're all lined up and stuff for the airport, or the runway too. So 6 to 4 nautical miles out, we're gonna put the gear down. I'm not sure how fast you can be going with the gear down. I'm assuming it's under 290 knots because the plane physically won't let us do it above 290. Whoa, that was a little weird. All right. 6 to 10 miles out. Still a good speed, I think. I'm going to be concentrating a little bit now. Try to get this right. Because I want you guys to correct me for the mistakes that I didn't know I was making, rather than the ones that are kind of obvious. Alright, 1,900 feet. It's about time to put the gear down, I think. And I don't really know when the flaps go down either. Oh, here we go. Past 10,000 feet. Do flaps 5, then 15, 4,000 feet. Alright, the flaps should have already been kind of down. Let's see how far I put him down. Whoopsie. My bad. Whoops, I put him down further than I meant to. Alright. Now the plane can fly at this speed just fine. We want to be down to about 125 knots, 135 knots when we actually perform the landing. Alarimeter starts talking. Alright, we're looking good, we're looking good. I think we're a little low. I think we are a bit low, so sorry, I apologize for that. But if I am low, I don't really know right now, so let me know. You guys know way more about planes than I do. I learned that over the course of the past 2.5 years. Now, my gut does not tell me this plane can fly at 125 knots, but, again, I'm going to trust my notes and trust Extreme Landing's accuracy. No, we're still decreasing in altitude, and we're going 150, so... Gonna watch myself a little bit here. Okay, so we did descend a little faster than we should have. It's alright. That was a bit of a mistake there, but practice makes perfect. Yeah, low speed again at 150. I think this is telling me low optimal landing speed is about 150 knots and not 135. But the internet did tell me otherwise, so... Wow. Alright, so a bit of a rough landing. But that's my first time approaching like that. Now, trust me, I've done some pretty crazy landings before. If you want to watch some of my previous videos. But that was the most crazy of them all. No, definitely not. But, that was one of the most stressful of them. And I've done some pretty ridiculous landings. Just search up landing on Gibraltar on my channel and you'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here with me and watching this video. Please put in the comments what you think I could do better. I know the ending landing was a little wacko. I need to do a little more practice on that, so I'll do my best. But let me know exactly what problems there were. Perhaps give me some guidance as to what altitude I should be at from what distance and so on. Anyway, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.